Alright guys, and welcome back to the D&D. Now, meet Cliff. Cliff is my little climax that I have got for the mountain pass. I finally built it. I committed. Here we go. This is a 5 grade. 5% grade going up that side. This side I think 2 or 3. Now I know that the cook engine can come down it, and looking at the stats and figures, the cook could probably go back up it as well with the 6 car trains I am running. I don't know, but anyway, it came down with the loaded ones, so I can take the climax up to make sure it'll do it. So let's get into it. Right then, this should not be an issue. That's an issue. Apparently this used to just chuck you up. I've never used one of these engines before. Did I just waste? No, I didn't waste any. Doesn't like going full beans. I've just discovered that. It just spins. So that's a no-go. But the rest of it's not too bad. It's going to be a bit noisy. Good whistle. Nice indeed. Yeah, this should be a case of just hang on in there now then. And go for the ride. It works awesome. But the heaviest thing we're going to be dragging up here is going to be empties. So if it can drag the loaded ones up, I'm good. What I'm thinking of doing though is possibly upgrading this from a 6 car train to a 10, so it's working with hundreds rather than 60s, because this is a long route, and the longer the route it pays to take more. And now with the telegraph, what was it called? Telegraph huts? Telegraph offices. It's an office. Give it a try. There we go. It just makes teleporting around, and I'm really looking forward to having locomotives here, there and everywhere, because you can just come in the game and teleport where you need to. So I can have, rather than having a main base at the freight depot, I can have the engines where they need to be. I can have the rolling stock where it needs to be, and I can just get to it, rather than having to run across the map or take a train to the next station. Here we go. This brick wall is where it gets nasty. So what can she do? I'm waiting to hear a difference in the exhaust beat. I'm not hearing a difference in the exhaust beat. Really? That's a 5% grade, and that literally didn't skip a beat. Wow. There's some power in this thing, isn't there? I should have tried the share really, shouldn't I? I've had the share for ages and not used it. I think I've underestimated what the share can do. She's a proper baby. I don't know, maybe it could do this. I'll have to have a look at the facts and figures again. I'll better yet just try the engine and see if it can do the run. I think that is the smallest share though, the one that's currently in game. Bless it. I'm thinking about upping the train to 10. We're starting to slow a bit maybe. Not sure. Somewhere around here it just spins. What's up to 80? 90. Does it just spin anymore then? Yeah, there we go. Oh, does it not grab anymore? Oh, she's got it. I broke it. Did she not start this? There we go. I think this is the only engine that properly wheel spins at the minute. 70's good enough. Leave it at that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, don't touch it. She was quite happily going up there, wasn't she? Just had to interfere. But I'd say this engine has full control over the 6 loaded wagons. It's not coming up this track loaded, it's coming down. I think we've got this under control. A little screenshot. Probably could do better, couldn't I? That's a better one. Oh, the bogies were in the right direction. But I do like this track. This is going to save so much time. I think it's still better off sending the rails from the smelter down the far eastern edge of the map. But for bringing the coal's going to Toolworks? Yeah. It's Oilfield Toolworks Refinery. It's not going to the refinery. It's going to the Toolworks. It's going there. It doesn't need to go all the way around the map to get there. This is a lot faster for the coal. Beams, they're coming from the sawmill. This is faster. But rails, I do think, is faster from on the eastern side. It's probably about in between, to be honest. It just depends if the other engines can get up here. If the other engines can do this, I don't think it'll matter. How's this for a long straight? Good for climbing, nice and straight. I think the initial, well, maybe not with this one actually. I've made it wobble a bit and I've changed it. I've been round every piece of track and just tidying it all up, including this part. I think it did sort of flex in here originally. So by straightening it, I've probably made it even steeper. She seems fine. What an engine. Just don't give it too many beans and it's all good. Watching Heis again, he's mentioned that after you come off a corner, before you do turn the other direction, you have at least, I think he said 30 feet, which is about 10 metres, of straight track before you bend. So I'm trying to incorporate that in as well, such as here. So it goes straight. It makes sense, and to be honest, it makes the track look a lot better as well. I like it. The aesthetics are good. Physics are good. Look at that for a view. We are seriously flying here. But she's made it. Good girl. Yeah, there's going to be other corners that snakes around that I've missed that 10-metre section. I'm going to have to go back and revisit. So the track's going to constantly evolve, I think. But at the highest point, see into that valley? Now we can see into this valley. Apart from that tree, you might have to go. Did I not see my track on that side? Is it down there? Not too far out of render distance. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. It's over there, isn't it? Aha! Where's the route down? Is that the shelf it's supposed to go on? I think that's the shelf, isn't it? And it loops back through there somewhere. That looks good. That's if you were going down that way. Looking to see if my track spawns in over there, but I think it's going to do. I'll get to show you guys what I've done with the coal. Mine yard? Coal yard? Not the coal yard. It's changed a lot. It's all changed with the introduction of that telegraph office. We've been able to teleport around with railroads extended, but it never sort of dawned on me to use that all the time. I mainly just use it for the sprinting around. The teleporting has been handy to check the industries when I've forgotten to update my spreadsheet. But now that it's in-game, it just made me think I can do so much more. But we need to make money, and I've been dragging this car around for hours and not doing anything with it. It needs to be delivered after this. We're on a downhill. Slow it down. Chatting away, forgetting what's going on, as usual. It'll be interesting to see what this does at the other side. Coming down the 5% with the cook, I had to put, I think it was just the train brake itself here and the tender brake to get it under control. I'm curious to know what this will do. I really need to bring up rails extended and have the speed. That would be the best idea. Rolling stock, where is she? Climax. She's currently at 16. Oh, Windows. 17. Too fast, too fast, too fast. Everything's bouncing around. Ah, we've arrived. Right then, so I've put a little engine shed up there, lots of little sidings over here. Telegraph office. Best thing going. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Coming from that side, we've got this loop here, or that loop, depending on which side that you want to go at. Nope. Definitely that loop. That's into the sidings. But I'm played about with that new 45 degree. That looked cool. But then to come in this way, I was thinking about doing... what did I do first? What did I do? I can't remember now. I was just planning on reversing around the loop. I think I was... I put this one in as well, just to make it easy to reverse around the loop. Spin the engine round. Then I've changed it since into the sidings, and I've just put a big loop in. Right, are we actually set for the loop? I think we are. Yes, we are. Good. Because we're just going to do a loop and go back out there. See how she comes down the other side. That's when it's going to get interesting. A bit of a round trip, this one. Look at the bogies on the engine flex. She's cool. What's she at the minute? She's at 11. Really thinking about upping this to 10, and I want a separate train at least for the coal and the iron. I suppose we'll get more money in. I can have 2 trains. How many sidings have we got here? 3. 3 products. 3 products. So there's a siding for each. If they're long enough. They might not be long enough. Comes over those 45 degrees quite nicely though. I'll get a good idea here on how long it needs to be. I don't know if I'll get 10 in there. I don't think I'll get 10 on there. Bother. Right. I don't think she's going to go up at 20. No, she's slowing down. Now she does work at 70 though and doesn't wheel spin, so I'll park it there. See what she gets up to. She's sat around 11.3. So I wonder if that's her sort of max then. She's not the fastest engine, but she can climb. That's what I needed, an engine that can climb. Got the Mosca, the Class 70, Gramps. I don't think you've seen the Class 70 yet, have you? Played a bit. I couldn't resist. And they're all rated to do this 5% with this kind of tonnage on the back. I don't know, the 70s, well I said the 70s is a big engine, the 2 centre axles are flangeless, so she can take pretty good corners. But this thing's on 2 bogies, it's perfect for it. She's a good engine. And now I know it can do what I want it to do. I just don't know whether to run this all the way to the iron mine or have like an interchange at the bottom of this track and feed it into there and live this there, have this live there and just park the trains. There, have another engine to come and get them and move them on again. 11 mile an hour going up a hill, that's fine. 11 mile an hour going all the way around my track. It's going to take time. I think we can do it better. Decisions to be made on that. I definitely need more engines. More engines and more trains. I'm going to start parking them around the industries and such. I'm going to need one for each industry. Oh, wouldn't it be cool though to roll in somewhere and see everything? It'd be like going to the freight depot. Every industry. Train on a little shed. Wagons parked up. Full ones, empties. Oh. They're cool, won't it? Just coming out of the trees and seeing all that going on. It would be nice to play multiplayer again. I know my internet at the minute will not enjoy that. That's a no. Oh, it took us 20 minutes to get here. This is just a test run. Slow and steady for Cliff. Right, this is where it's going to get funky then. Can this engine hold this lot back? Because there's no tender brake, is there? Because there's no tender. Interesting. What I don't need is regulator. Straight onto the 5, right. It's already accelerating. So let's get that back under control, can we? It's going the wrong way. Right, full brake, that's starting to slow it. Coming down, is it too late? Had to be the sharper zigzag at the start, didn't it, before I figured this bit out. Right, she's under 16 now. It got up to 20. 20 was its max. Is it still slowing? Down to 15, yeah, she's still slowing. Full brake's not stopping it that well though, is it? Here's the thing, if I upgrade this to 10, is that going to cause me a real headache? I don't think she can stop this. She's at 13.5 and it's been there now for a moment or two. She can't stop this train. Well, I'd have honestly thought if it could have braked from 20 down to 13, it could have finished it off and stopped it. How bizarre. Compressors up, full air brake pressure. Oh, 13.5 and that's where it's staying. She cannot stop the train. Ooh. Interesting. After those first corners though, the rest of it's quite steady. Ah, she's slowing down again now. She's on to her 13 now. Twelve and a half. She's slowing some more. Do with its D88, see what happens. It goes up fast. Oh no, it seems to be holding. No, it's all over the place. Depending where we are on corners or straights. But again, this is the heaviest thing coming down here, so she's fine. We've got it under control. Nice one. Poor little thing. Not meant to go this fast. We're at 15. But there's the brick. On the wall to say the start of the climb. I think it goes straight to level. Near enough. Very smooth this part. So the speed is just going to disappear. Yep. Nice one. Well, I would say the climax has that well under control. It's just here. What do I do here? Do I put in an interchange? There's enough space for it. That's all this here. So what? I don't show track, does it? Not on that one. Wrong one. That was the one. See, we made the corner here, look, so I could put a load of sidings here and just store them all here. Or better yet, I can bring this out here and make use of this area. Just bring this track down here, put them here. To go upside and brought downside. That would be better. Something to ponder. But yeah, I'm thinking an interchange. I don't have to use it, could just sail straight through. But having the option is going to be better. Yeah. I am thinking that's the way forward. Right, more constructions. More trees down. Let's make it a thing. But guys, hope you've enjoyed the episode. Testing the climax out on the mountain run to the coal mine. That's a cool track. This whole circuit's cool. Really enjoying this. Thank you very much for watching. We will catch you next time. Laters.